Big breaking update coming in from Ukraine. The Ukraine-Russia peace talks are scheduled to take place. We have a time finally. Are scheduled to take place around 3:30 p.m. India time on the Belarus-Ukraine border. That's the image on the right-hand side of your screen of the conference room in which delegations from Russia and Ukraine, which are currently at war, will be holding their first peace talks on day 5 of the invasion. Those talks will be taking place at 3:30 p.m. India Standard Time is what we are hearing. The delegation from Ukraine has already left for the venue, we are told. The Russian delegation is also already there. This is happening in Belarus, which is a country that is practically a satellite state of Russia and has recently decided to reverse its non-nuclear status. Belarus being seen as neutral ground, but not really. But it is there on the border between Ukraine and Belarus at 3:30 p.m. this afternoon that two warring countries will sit across the table and try, as difficult as it may sound, at least try to talk peace after 5 days of non-stop combat and military conflict. An update from Kiev in just a moment. Okay. I want to go across to India today's Irina Prokofieva. She's a journalist joining us live from Kiev at this point of time. Irina, the talks between Ukraine and Russia scheduled to begin in just a few hours from now, 3:30 p.m. India Standard Time. Not very long from now, those talks are scheduled to take place. So they're all set to begin. What more can you tell us?
I cannot tell you much more than that. We are still waiting and hoping that Putin will be ready to negotiate. Yet we don't have much hope for that, but we will still try and we'll do our best from our side to finish this war in a diplomatic way. Although there are still Russian aggression taking place at the moment, there are still fightings all around Ukraine in different cities. Berdansk, which is in the southern part of Ukraine, is under Russian militaries at the moment. Our Ukrainian army is trying to fight it back. So everything is still in progress, unfortunately.
Do we know who is part of the Ukrainian delegation that has gone for these talks, Irina?
As far as I know, this is David Arachamia, who is a member of Parliament of Ukraine and close friend of Vladimir Zelensky. So he will represent Ukrainian delegation there.
Where is President Zelensky right now? Has he been holding meetings with the delegation, with his team ahead of these talks? How is he plugging into these talks?
As far as I know, he is based in Kiev, in the office, working in the business as usual mode, let's say, in this difficult circumstances. And as far as I know, he's not physically she is not physically taking part in the negotiation, but he is in contact, and of course he's managing the situation from his side and with his colleagues from the Ukrainian army.
The Ukrainian government strategy, Irina, like you told us before, there's not very much hope of these talks actually leading to any kind of successful breakthrough. It's day 5 of military hostilities and conflict between both sides. The talks is definitely good news because it's always good to talk, but there's not much hope of it actually leading to a cessation of hostilities. What is the Ukrainian government's strategy beyond that, in your view?
We hope that all the sanctions that are now taking place and that are implemented by all over the world may influence at least somehow the Russian president and on his friends and colleagues. And if he is mad enough not to regulate this conflict in a peaceful way, we have a small hope that maybe his closest friends and colleagues can influence on him somehow. Because you see that the Russian economy is now in a horrible position after all the sanctions. And we hope that business and military forces in Russia will try to influence Putin somehow.
Irina, thank you very much for joining us on that very important update. Not much hope of these talks at this time, but talks after day 5 of conflict in which hundreds of people have already perished, including children. It offers a small glimmer of hope that the world can be brought back from the brink of war and destruction. Because make no mistake, this is no longer just about Ukraine. President Putin has put his nuclear forces on high alert, and that means this war, this conflict is something that involves the security of the entire world. Now I want to bring you all the defining images that we've been updating constantly since this morning on day 5 of President Putin's invasion.